Menla Garden, June 11th. It's so windy. It's kind of cold. Here's some seedlings. I've put so many in the ground, probably close to 800, and this is what's left. The raspberries is now 3 rows. You can see 1, 2, 3. The third one we just put in. Oh, somebody's car alarm is going off. That kind of kills the buzz, doesn't it? Here's the giant hops bush, hops vine. We potted up about 50 seedlings and gave those away. The greenhouse is now covered with plastic because there's so many holes in it from glass being broken. That's a drag. This final bed here, the yoga studio bed, doesn't have anything in it. And this bed has cucumbers and tomatillos. Unfortunately, most of the basils that went in have been eaten by something that comes out at night. Chocolate mint. I like our cucumber trellises though. Those look pretty good. This is a big stand of wormwood that somebody put in a couple years ago. That's what you make absinthe out of. This bed here is mainly greens, but it's been tough because the cutworms and the slugs have been eating them. I've replanted things at least 4 times. They don't seem to bother the dinosaur kale or the curly kale so much though. And these sad-looking plants here is toothache cress or spilanthes, which something is eating all the time, which is strange because it's supposed to make your mouth get a little numb, hence the name toothache cress. More collards, which I've had to replant multiple times. The wind, I think, has been breaking things a lot too. There's some chamomile that came up. The center of this bed is a wildflower mix. It's a little bit slow to get going. And Cleome, which I actually bought at a nursery in the corner. And this also has the beautiful cardoon. So in a month, this should look pretty good. This is a row of flowers as well. And that's going to be a big row of flowers. And these are purple bush beans and then green bush beans. And I think the crows have been going crazy. They like the purple ones better. Replanted that 4 times. This is beets and kohlrabi. It has very strange germination going on with this one. Just replanted that. This is some yellow squash. And at the other end, I just put in devil's tongue. Green beans. This had a cover crop on it that we just turned over, so that will probably get cabbage or something in it in a month. Here's a bunch of flowers. Lots of cleome. Zinnias. Those are little ochras in there. We'll see what that does in between the amaranth and the calendula. Doesn't look anything got eaten recently. This is new. I put this bed together. The person that was here a couple years ago put in these plum trees. But I think the blossoms got killed. We had a frost. So this is kind of a permaculture bed going on with blueberries and pollinators, hyssop, comfrey. Back there is some hollyhock that I put in. That's garlic that's been a little wild. Eventually that stuff will be cleaned out. This is the beginning of my hugelkultur bed from wood that I've dug up from the rotting edges of the beds. And there's another blueberry back there. So there's 3 blueberries around this plum tree. And this bed here is new. A lot of medicinals are going to go in here because we're doing that for the spa. but that will be probably planted next year. A lot of perennials will be going in here. This is tomatoes and peppers. Again, they just look so small, but right now it's barely 60 degrees and it's really windy. This is yellow squash and zucchini squash. Maybe it'll be too cold for the squash borers. Back there, that is called limelight millet. It's the first time I've grown it. It looks okay, although I do think it's a little cold. I think it likes to be really warm. This is some lettuce seedlings I just put in today. And then this is another plum tree permaculture guild with yarrow and thyme and oregano and catnip, lamb's ears. This is El Campaign in the back, which the root is medicinal, with some sage and lots of milkweed coming up by itself back there. That's bee balm. And here somebody had planted a jostaberry and a currant. So those look pretty good. Definitely happy to have that in here. Trying to get more perennials going. This is mainly lettuces, dandelions, greens, radicchio, but the cutworms and the slugs have just been ruthless. So a lot of this stuff has been planted 3 or 4 times. Fortunately, I started a lot, and the cutworms are not supposed to last so long. Put a lot of beer traps in there as well, so there should be a fair number of drunk slugs. There's one right there. And then our strawberry bed is really big, but I just busted a chipmunk running out of there yesterday, and it's I think most of our strawberries have been eaten by the slugs. So I mean, by the chipmunks. Like I said, I'm feeling kind of puny right now in terms of me against all of these little predators of the garden. And I will do a little sweep here. So that's it. June at Menla.